today we're going to look at another example of a contradiction in Torah. And to be very clear, I'm not pointing these things out in order to diss the Bible or something. I'm not attacking the Bible. I'm just trying to understand it. And the contradictions in Torah are not infrequent, and they're hiding in plain sight, in fact, and we just have to decide how to deal with them. So these contradictions, just in case you want to know, these are reasons why biblical scholars almost universally conclude that the Torah was not written by one person at one time, but is a collection of traditions written by more than one person at multiple times. And this example today deals with the Passover meal. And I'm telling you, folks, this will blow your mind. It'll probably make you rich and even save your marriage. So just listen up here. Marmalade's listening. She can't get enough of this stuff. The problem is that we have a real discrepancy in the Bible between the Passover law in Exodus and the Passover law in Deuteronomy. Here are the differences. In Exodus chapter 12, we're told that the Israelites are to roast the Passover lamb. That's the key word, roasted. Whatever they do, they are definitely not supposed to boil it or eat it raw. And they are to eat this at home. It's a family meal. So roast the lamb, don't boil it, and eat it at home. Got that? Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 16, it's a little bit different. The Israelites are commanded to not roast the lamb, but to cook it. Big deal. Well, the thing is that the English word cook is the same root that we find in the word boil in Exodus. That Hebrew root is bashal. See, that gets a little bit confusing, but hang with me here. It's important. In Deuteronomy, they are commanded to bashal the lamb. Don't let the word cook fool you. They're commanded to bashal it, which is the very thing they are commanded not to do in Exodus. Furthermore, in Deuteronomy, the Passover meal is not to be celebrated in the homes, but only in the central sanctuary, which in Deuteronomy is code for the temple. So, folks, let me just drive this home. Exodus says that the meal is to be celebrated at home, and that this is a perpetual ordinance. That's in verse 14 of Exodus 12. There is no expiration date for the law in Exodus. But Deuteronomy, what does it do? Well, it moves it into the sanctuary, and you prepare it differently. So, to sum up and to beat a dead horse, there are two differences between these two laws. How to prepare it, roast, Exodus, boil, Deuteronomy, and where it should be eaten, home, Exodus, and the temple, Deuteronomy. For those who study Torah, these sorts of discrepancies are not few and far between. They're actually par for the course. In fact, pointing them out gets to be a bit of a no-duh experience after a while. And if we say we respect the Bible, we should respect it enough to pay attention to its details, for heaven's sake, as inconvenient as they might be. I never grow tired of saying that the ancient Jewish scribes, centuries before the time of Jesus, compiled all of these traditions and brought them together into what we now call the Bible. These discrepancies did not bother them in the least, and they shouldn't bother us either. We should accept the Bible as it is if we say we take it seriously. See, these discrepancies are not a bug that we need to fix. They are part of the structure of Scripture itself.